Channels Television. Ondo governorship election gets us talking, and we've been talking to most of the major representatives of the major parties, rather, in the race. Less than about 24 hours from now, we will be right on this stage when the top 4 candidates in the Ondo governorship election will take center stage, and we'll be telling the world how, if they are elected, how they hope to govern Ondo State. Ondo State, known for its agrarian potentials and a lot of potentials under the ground. A lot of people will think, in this economic recession, how will someone be able to hit the ground running and make Ondo State flourish? My guest has been talking to us, Dr. Benson Enukwome, Alhaji Alpha Muhammad, KOLAWOLE Johnson, and BOLA representatives of the top major parties. Let me go to Mr. KOLAWOLE Johnson, who is a member of the PDP, and we'll be talking on behalf of Mr. Jimoh Ibrahim. Your candidate, some people will call him a candidate of circumstance because of the situation in your party. Your party is in crisis right now because some people will say that Ita Jagada is on one hand, Jimoh Ibrahim is on one hand. Both of them are in court over the fact that who will run. Do you think that the people will trust that kind of platform to vote for, knowing full well that they are laced with a lot of crisis?
All right, so I'll define this in 2 ways. I'll start from the other parties and I'll come to us. First, APC was a party together a few months back. You may as well say that they were standing as a government in waiting. But as soon as the primaries, as soon as they finished that primary, the party was divided. Now, the party was split into 3 parts, not of equal proportion. The first part went into AD. Remember, the same APC. The second part are working with Akiti right now. The third part are buried inside the party. Now, those third parts are again fragmented into 2-3 parts. The first part are malls, the second are spoilers, the third are standing on the edge, waiting for where the pendulum will swing before the election. Who is taking the lead? Who can we support? They move. So, the party that would have been an opposition to us are splitted. Now, let me give you this. The PDP you see today, whether of Jimoh Ibrahim or Jagade, will vote inside the same ballots. And let me give you this fact. Jimoh is not just a business mogul. He is the largest businessman from this state, the largest employers of labor from this state, a job creator, somebody who has been through Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge. Jagade is a gentleman, also a technocrat. Whoever we field in PDP is take it, is the best of them all. Now, let me give you our chances as a party. Remember, 2012. Labour Party came first, PDP came second, ACN today came third. And I tell you, in those days there were no APC or that. You only had, we had PDP, Labour Party, and ACN. Now, Labour Party came first, PDP came second. Labour Party went into PDP, so PDP became bigger as a fold. Now, the last election, 2015, they went into the first election divided. Trouble happened. But this same election, I don't think we have lost more than 5% or 10%, in fact, 5% of the entire vote in PDP. So that gives you the option that the PDP you see today is not just strong, it's bigger than any other party in the state. Who wins the election? If not the party that has, number one, the highest number of followership. Don't forget, in this race, the followership are always in the majority, and the PDP has it. 1, 2, the PDP is presenting candidates with a track record of who can solve the problem we have in the state now. You talk about recession. Of course, that's the truth. We all know that. You don't bring another politician. I cite an example for you. We have a neighboring state here. Something happened there. Not too long ago, the state was taking 50 million naira as monthly as allocations. How did they get there? Of course, poor management. But in our state, we can't afford to have that again. So we want to move from the position we had now and move forward. You've moved from my question to another issue. Okay. My question is that your party has a crisis right now, and in the psychology of some of the voters, they will think that
if I vote this guy, this is a voting crisis.
Okay.
How would you convince that voter out there who think that, who am I voting for in the first place? Because if there is a court case at the end of the day that nullifies Jimoh Ibrahim's chances, that means another person is going to. So a lot of your voters or supporters are going to be confused. That's exactly what I wanted to clarify.
Now, Shem, I have clarified that, but let me make it very explicit. Take it. Who has the best chance in this election? Now, the faction of Jimoh Ibrahim are going to vote, are campaigning for vote presently and will get vote directly into the same PDP box. Now, the faction of Yetaho also are campaigning for vote and will put the same vote inside the same ballot. I gave you the background of APC. Instead of the vote of the two factions to go into the same ballot, it will go separately. So, but as it's going into the same ballot, no other party has the chances of PDP.
So your chance is a mathematical chance.
Honestly,
more scientific than.
Let me give you the basic one here. I have told you this. See, for me, I'm a young man. The truth is simple. Look at the candidates we are presenting, technocrats. Either of them that get into government, of course, sure, it's good to go. Now, we started a movement few months back in this state, and we said, irrespective of where the candidate is coming from, we must present someone who will understand how to tackle the problem in this very time we are. See, there's no money to play about in government.
In a world where Donald Trump won an election as a business mogul and a technocrat,
of course,
Jimoh Ibrahim could have that chance too.
None that could have the chance. He's having the chance already.
A business mogul and an upstart too.
No,
let me quickly go to Mr. Bola. Just
few seconds, please. In 2012, now, I did not just predicted or forecasted election results. I got it almost accurately. And I can tell you that this election, PDP is winning.
PDP of?
Honestly. PDP is winning.
PDP is winning.
See, whatever you have in PDP is an internal crisis. Okay. They have not gone separate ways. Remember, they are still together, and they will both put their vote inside the same ballot.
But when they get to the court, they will go separate ways. But Mr. Bola Ilori, on the ground right now, a lot of people will say your party is a party of how many days now have you gone into AD?
Less than 2 months.
One
month and some days.
So you have confused the voters, haven't you? Because a lot of people will say, Bola Ilori, for example, a strong member of the APC. Yeah. We know you very well.
Yes.
What are you telling us right now? Who are you telling us to vote for? Or which party are you telling us to vote for? Is it a case of don't look at the platform, just vote for us?
We are convinced in what we are doing. Let me say that we are the fastest growing party in Africa as of today.
Really? By which record is that?
That's beyond any argument in Ondo State. If you spend 1 week here, you will know what is happening. You will not know now because of the shortness of your stay. Anybody in this state knows where the pendulum is swinging. You yourself acknowledge that. Why are we here? There are parties who have spent 2 years, 3 years in existence. You did not invite them. So that tells you something, that you are acknowledging the growth of a party.
The people made the survey.
Then
it's the people's survey that determined who we are even inviting in the debate.
The people, the apples will tell you something already. They are telling you that there is a new rising star in the on the starting blocks of.
But what is the chance of a rising star where we have parties that have strong, they are deeply rooted in the state,
and dwindling party? All of them are on the sunset.
Even your former party, APC?
Certainly. They are in Ondo State, APC is on the downward drive. Don't forget that we are the ones making APC tick.
And so you've left.
We are off the hook. We are here. Why did we form APC? It's because we're tired of what PDP was doing to Nigeria. On count of integrity, on count of corruption, on count of several mismanagement of the society. That's what led us to formation of APC. And now what led us out of it is because the core fundamental ideals of APC has been violated. What is that? The anti-corruption stand of APC had been rubbished in Ondo State. And that's why anybody who believe legitimacy in the ideals that form APC cannot be in APC today. Let me tell you, who elected the candidate of APC? The fufu seller. You showed them on channels. The woman selling fufu and Okada riders,
they are the delegates.
They became delegates overnight. You showed it on channels. So I'm not telling you stories you don't know. This is in the public domain. So if a candidate that has a mild truth process of Okada rider, of fufu sellers, of pure water sellers, and you think those one, we will put ourselves into that will not happen. And don't forget that, like your survey has shown, that our people know there is a cabal, and I can go straight because there is no hiding behind one figure in this business. You know those who have been driving the process. Dr. Kayode Fayemi, for instance, we've said it severally.
The former governor of
Ekiti State.
Are you sure about that?
Very sure. These are people.
If there is any English like that.
Yes. So because if I say two, it will be an understatement. Reason is that they are not people we don't know. We are friends.
But I understand that the money that is funding your own campaign is coming from body loan too.
We are maybe they sent it to PDP. We are yet to get that money. So
who are the ones funding your campaign?
We are funding our campaign. We are not also foolish people.
No, but I understand also that, well, some governors of the APC are funding some of them who were absent at the APC campaign.
You are the ones telling me that they have issues.
No, you have not told us.
Yeah.
Are you transparent in your campaign funding?
We are totally.
Who is funding? He has told us that they probably had gotten their money from those
Dasuki.
who are donating. No, he didn't say Dasuki. Okay. But, I mean, who are those funding?
Let me tell you, the difference between APC and AD is the fact that people are tired of the kind of governance you have now, and people are ready for liberation. All of us are contributing into this, not just the Okada rider and other people. People volunteer things. You see things happening and they are happening. And as far as we are concerned, this is Ondo State. You have several popular, several rich indigenes of this state that are concerned and bothered about the fortune of the state, and they are making serious contribution to the campaign. So that is for funding. Let me go to what I'm saying. Dr. Kayode Fayemi came on the podium and was telling people that those who believe that Aketi, that was at the flag off, go and roll the tape back. He said those who are of the opinion that Aketi will not be, it will be after them. How will a minister?
Are you sure he said that? Our team are fact checking what you're saying.
Yes,
they will get back.
The tape.
You know, this is a season where politicians can't tell the media what is not, what is wrong.
I'm telling you,
we will fact check you and we'll find out.
I've told you, and that's my opening statement about it. I said roll back the tape, and it's a short speech he made, so you won't spend too much time on the speech he made at the flag off, that those who did not want Aketi, let me speak it in Yoruba the way he said, a minister of the Federal Republic that is supposed to protect property and lives of people, how can he be instigating violence and instigating anarchy? I don't think
I'm so surprised. No, just a moment. I'm so surprised at the way you are so angry at your former party.
Even my Dr. Kayode Fayemi is a friend, but when somebody is doing what is not proper, it's only right and fit and proper for us to say that we respect him beyond what he's doing. He has benefited more from people who is trying to attack and indirectly attacking AD. It will leave AD to where we are. We are on our own. We ran away from their corrupt processes and we are on our own.
I don't know whether this is monolithic.
No, it's not monolithic.
You are allowed to speak without interruption. Those are part of what we are saying, the corruption.
If it is not monolithic.
Just a moment. If you like it.
Okay, so just a moment.
Just a moment.
I have several issues with what he was saying, but I allowed him to go.
Okay. We actually need to go on a break. Okay, we go on a short break. It's going to be a race and a battle of the titans in the Ondo governorship election, and we are ready to watch. We are on the sideline and the side of the range. We'll be watching how the gladiators will battle it out. That's our next conversation when we return.